Merci. Oh, I like this orange train.
Hello.
It's not focusing. Oh my god, it's not focusing.
Because it's so dark.
No, because it's haunted. We're in Marseille, in our Airbnb.
Marseille.
And this place is haunted. Okay?
Tell them why.
So on our first night, every
all the
hour
time.
you would hear but we thought nothing of it because it's probably just the bathroom, right? Every single night I have woken up so many times during the night and I usually don't. In the morning after Mafusa's shower, I just heard her go, oh! And she came running out and she was like, this is a cockroach, this is a cockroach. It's a weird centipede or something. It was so thick. It was such a thick centipede and oh my god.
And obviously I killed it.
Obviously, because who's the man, am I right?
Yeah.
And then
Behind the
Mafusa killed
hinge
it with
a book.
A book.
And we washed it down the sink.
And it was so big, it was so scary.
Juicy.
And this place is haunted by a shit ton of ants.
Yeah. I feel like
Just
there's
everywhere.
ants on my
In
feet.
my pants.
I feel like there's
everywhere.
always ants on my feet all the time.
Just all the time.
Yeah. I
It's
think that's
crazy.
why my feet are itchy. No.
That TV just turned on, literally in the middle of nowhere. We weren't even watching anything.
And the shower, didn't talk about the shower, how it just started leaking.
Oh yeah.
Water started running.
Literally.
A lot of water.
It was like in the shower. Just randomly. The toilet light is suspiciously hot sometimes. I'm like, is it gonna burn my head off?
On the first night, when I was waking up, it felt like there was someone else in here.
I think it's an old fisherman's place. Maybe the spirits of fish.
That's why all the insects come in here. There's like an army of ants outside our door. Too.
Yeah. Marseille seems to have an ants problem.
There's a nasty drain smell.
Yes, that's another thing. It smells a bit like a dead body. A haunted dead body.
No, in our niece Airbnb, when I'd run the tap in the kitchen, there would be a really disgusting smell. And I reckon there was like a dead animal in the drains.
Only the water from the bathroom sink stings when you put your fingers under it.
Yeah, man.
Like a crazy amount.
Like my nails.
If you put it under like the other tap, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting.
No.
Literally you put all your fingers like this, run it over and it stings.
Literally.
It stings like there's acid in the water.
I think it's like pH 1. That's acidic, yeah, that's acidic.
Yeah, alkaline is up to 12, right? Science. Can you tell I got a D?
The contrast in the TV is haunting.
That's true.
Demonic. Today, in the morning, we stayed up until 5 a.m.
5, yeah.
And I went to bed at 6 a.m. watching Big Brother. Best, funniest moments.
Tiffany Pollard.
David is dead. You're a cheeseburger, but he's a Big Mac.
Yeah. Other haunted things. The pillows are so hard and high.
That's so haunting.
Also, I'm growing a mullet.
Yeah, that's very haunting.
Our number one stop was Brussels in Belgium.
Our first stop. As soon as we got out of the station, Brussels Zuid station, it smelled like piss there, basically.
Yeah, that's a running theme.
Yeah. You'd just see men peeing because there were places where men could
That
pee.
was weird. And then, what was the next stop?
Netherlands.
Yeah. Oh, God.
In
Leiden. We were going to a shop and this English guy came up to us who was probably in his 60s?
50s, late 50s,
Yeah,
60s.
I can't remember what he looked like. And he was
Tall
like,
English skinny guy. He was like awkwardly trying to start a conversation.
Yeah.
It was very...
with a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Yeah. He was just talking
He was like,
random.
oh, where you from? Some grandpa.
And then I was like, London. He was like, where in London?
And we were
I was like...
I said, all over.
He was kind of being sassy as well.
He was trying to intimidate us, scare us into telling him. And when I said, yeah, all over London, he was like, where in London? I was like, oh, just everywhere. And it was so obvious. I hate when men do this, when they're like talking, and you're like, does it look like I want to talk to you?
And what was weird, he was like, I'll be in the bar. Be like,
yeah, he was like, oh, you look old enough to have a drink. And we were like, okay. And Laura was like, we need to go. We vroomed all the way away so fast. And then where did
can't
we
forget
go?
the red light district.
Oh yeah, we went to the red light. That was so weird. That was so strange. It was like being at GTA. And then where did we go?
Berlin. The people were rude.
Yeah, I developed a hatred for Germans. No
Yeah,
offense,
you
Germans.
and your mum.
But literally every German we talked to, apart from one guy, was an absolute arsehole. What was next?
Build up here. In our hostel, there was a crazy old lady who was just shouting random things.
Oh, yeah.
The usual.
I don't find women scary, usually, you know?
I find women creepy.
Then Vienna, I walked in on our host almost having sex with his girlfriend, who later said, we aren't dating. That was nice and awkward. Then Venice, we were walking back from the supermarket and this girl walked past us and she spat like this.
Yeah, it was a loud spit.
It's a loud
And I was like,
spit.
raw.
La Spezia was the most pure experience in the world. Oh my god, Florence. Our host was the crazy one.
She was creepy.
She was so creepy.
Like, she'd be doing something in the garden in a boiler suit, smoking a cigarette, staring at something, probably staring at her dead bodies. I was hungry at like around 12. I was making breakfast. I put toast in the toaster, and then I heard someone say, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Good morning. You cannot make breakfast now. And then she took the toast out of the toaster. It wasn't even warm. I didn't even turn it on. Oh, you cannot make a breakfast. That's the rules. I sent you a message.
She sent at least 10 messages, full essays. I'm talking dissertation level of instructions to the point where you're like,
Information overload.
Information
I'm not going to read all of that.
And she kept on saying, okay,
Allora. And she'd be 3 meters in our room and then be like, can I come in? She thought putting it on a tray would make us feel better, but it didn't. And she used our bathroom as well. Why did she need to use our bathroom? It was meant to be a private bathroom. What was she doing in our bathroom? Collecting our
DNA. And then Nice.
There was a crazy guy on the tram when we were going to our
Oh,
Airbnb.
he was volatile.
Yeah, he had burns on his hands. Yeah, he kept on tensing his hand like.
And he was with his sleeping baby. These girls were speaking not even that loudly to each other. And he said, obviously in French, "Can you not see my child's trying to sleep? What are you trying to do? Wake her up, blah, blah, blah."
The outside world
like the tram announcer that goes was louder than the kids who were talking.
That's crazy.
And there were teenagers as well, like, chill.
So young.
10 minutes later, a guy came in, I think he was German, with a bunch of his friends.
Yeah.
And he was just standing there, like, doing absolutely nothing. Maybe even just leaning a tiny bit.
Slightly busy train, yeah.
I think he was just too close. And the guy was like, move your ass.
And
I don't know what he said.
The German guy, I'm not doing fucking anything.
Yeah. He looked like he was about to explode. I think he was the most violent one we've seen.
Yeah.
He was so close to starting a fight with both of them.
Anyone.
We didn't look at him.
Yeah. You didn't look at him, I was staring. Burns.
Yeah.
They looked fresh too.
It looked a bit like acid burns. That's what freaked me out.
When we got off the tram, there was a woman whispering to herself.
She literally sounded like the devil.
Oh, that really scared me.
That really freaked you out. And then you suddenly crossed the road. It's so obvious that you're crossing the road to avoid her. And I stayed because I didn't want to make it obvious that we were trying to avoid her. And I heard her be like, trying to whispering in the same demonic voice. She literally said, "Evite, evite," which means to avoid.
Oh,
yeah, and you fully ran across the tram
She
tracks.
sounded like a demon. That scared me more than the guy.
She literally.
I think women scare me more than men.
She was